Hello. I hope that this message finds you alive, alert, awake, and enthusiastic about life and living. I am Elizabeth Green, and I welcome you to the E Cafe for our weekly energy forecast for the week of October 27th. Can you believe it? 10 months. And we have gone by, and a lot of things have occurred. And the first thing, when we're talking about the e-cafe, is talking about everything energy. So I felt that this was the perfect way to bring. Oh, hold on. Let me make sure I've got everything up. Alrighty. I am not seeing it. Oh. Energy. So I felt that this was the perfect way to bring. Oh, hold on. Let me make sure I've got everything up. All right, I'm back. Alrighty. I am seeing. Let it. So I felt that this was the. All right. We're back. Let's start this again, and we will cut out the first part. Welcome to the Energy Cafe and to the energy forecast for the week of October 27th. I'm Kay Elizabeth Green, and it is my pleasure, it is my honor to host this show for my posse. That is the group of guides and angels that I work with. And each week we check in to see what kind of message they have to bring to us to help us with the upcoming week. First off, I need to note that there is a new moon today in Scorpio, and each phase of the moon has a different energy, and the movement of the moon and its positioning directly affects our energy level. It definitely affects mine and our health, our metabolism, and our emotions. Having a hard time talking this morning, but with the new moon is the perfect time for transformation. It's like a new slate. It's the perfect time to do rituals and to write our new intentions in our journal, to take time to visualize what we want, and to cleanse our home. Now, the fact that this new moon is in Scorpio, Scorpio being a water sign, we know that it's going to have impact on our emotions. And with Scorpio, it's going to be encouraging us to tune into your richer and deeper feelings and embrace the true extent of your power. And it is going to be what you need to do is to really be allowing yourself to be vulnerable to the unknown, because Scorpio tends to like control and know what is happening. But this week, expect the unexpected. unexpected is all I can say about that. That's what's coming up. Expect the unexpected and be ready to go with the flow. Now, each week, I decide which tool will be best to get the message from whatever tool I'm prompted to utilize. And this week, I was prompted to pull up a deck I've used before, and it is the Wisdom of Avalon Oracle Cards by Colette Baron Reed. And I had started out earlier with a different deck, but for some reason or other one, I kept being pulled to this one. So let's see what the message is for this week. Well, the first card is the eagle. The eagle. And it's saying when the eagle appears, it's always asking us to tap into that angelic realm, to really tap into spirit. And that sort of goes along with this new moon in Scorpio, to really take a look at the deeper realms, and also for us to know that regardless of what might be occurring on the outer, you are being looked over, you are being taken care of by spirit. Now let's see how best to utilize those to utilize those thoughts. It's always, I chuckle because I never know what the reading is until I actually go on to broadcast. And so as I turn over the cards and they explain things, it's magical. Anyway, the next card was the Wind Fairy. And the Wind Fairy is encouraging us to be aware of our thoughts and our words. For us to, that intellectual analysis that we sometimes do, remember the theme is to tap into spirit. So we want to make sure that our words and our thoughts are in line with the energy to bring us the new beginnings that we want, and to really allow spirit to flow. The next card is risk. As I said, Scorpio likes control. But this week, Spirit is encouraging us to take risks, to step into the unknown, to allow yourself to be guided and not to be stuck in over and analyzing it. And then like I said, I couldn't have picked better cards to trust. To trust that we are supported by spirit. To trust that this is a new venture that we are on, and that spirit always has our back. So as we look at what's coming up for this week, we are encouraged, especially on this day of the new moon in Scorpio, to tune into our feeling nature, to really embrace our true power. And our true power comes from knowing that with God, all things are possible. We want to make sure that our thoughts and our words are aligned with what we want and don't over analyze. We are don't try to control what happens. Go ahead, trust your gut, and take the risk that you are being prompted to do. It may seem scary, but no, with God, all things are possible. And when, and I don't know who this is coming up for, but a lot of times when we change or changes happen, we feel like we're risking stuff that, oh my goodness, what's going to happen? We get stressed out. Well, trust. I don't know what's coming, but something bigger and better is on its way. I may not, you know, definitely when one door closes, another door opens. And we don't have to run back and try to pry the old out. So now that is coming from the first part of the message. Now, I always will pull from a second deck, and the one that I love to use is The Good Terror, again by Colette Baron Reed. Because what Colette has done so very well with this deck in her guidebook, she has not just given us symbols of what the symbols mean, but she's taken it a step farther to give us affirmations that we can utilize to integrate the energy into our lives. So the card that I pulled was the 10 of water. Again, it's this emotion of water is feeling. And when I go to the guidebook, it says the 10 of water stands for serenity, peace, good fortune, and well-being. And it says, remember, all is well with the world and with me. Well-being is my natural state. Everything I need comes to me easily and effortlessly. And that can be an affirmation that you may want to write, to say, especially if you are faced with challenges about how to keep my words and my thoughts positive, or how to keep my words and my thoughts in a line with that I want. Everything I need comes to me easily and effortlessly. And one thing that I utilize when I'm really trying to work with myself and clear out, and remember, the new moon is a good time to clear the house, not only our physical house, but our mental house. When I am working to clear some of that old gunk that has gotten down there in the crevices, I will write my affirmations out. I will write them each and every day about 25 times. That's an old way of doing things, but it helps to ingrain that and it becomes like an eraser of what the old message is. So like I said, if you are running into challenges, you might want to use everything I need comes to me easily and effortlessly. I feel joy and express it to others as I look around and see all the love we share. I take pleasure in all I have accomplished, counting your blessings. Um, and I had to stop and talk about that for just a minute. Counting your blessings. A lot of times when we get anxious, we forget how much we have received. We forget that we got this, we got this, we got that. Go back, look at your notebook. That is why it is so good to journal, because when we are faced with challenges and we think it's never going to happen, when we look back and say, well, this happened and this happened and this happened, surely this will happen too. It helps to put you into the right frame of mind. Whatever attention I receive or don't receive, I am serene, for I know full well what it took me to get where I am. Yeah, you'll get criticized as you march to a different drummer. You definitely will get criticized, but you have to know that what you did and how hard you worked, and pat yourself on the back. I celebrate myself and all who travel the road with me and feel grateful to Spirit for being my companion always. Now I'm going to read that one more time. I celebrate myself and all of you who travel the road with me and feel grateful to Spirit for being my companion always. So, this week, and especially today, take time today to do a ritual, to tune in to your higher self, to consciously write what you'd like to achieve and look back at what and give thanks for all that you have achieved. Remember, we want to keep our thoughts and words in line with whatever that it is that we desire, and that it might feel risky to take the steps to stay the course, but trust that Spirit has your back, and what you desire will, as like I said, that's why I write it down until it runs like a rhyme in my head. Everything I need comes to me easily and effortlessly. Well, I thank you very much for all of you who have tuned in. I hope that the message assists you in brightening your week and going forth. For those of you who don't know, I am Elizabeth Green. I am, as a spiritual fitness Coach, it is my joy, it is my pleasure to work with all of you highly sensitive, natural born leaders to create the life you desire. And I'd love to assist you. And with that, don't think anything else is coming. I have to listen to see if it is finished. May light, love, and plenty of laughter accompany you on your path. Until next week, I am Elizabeth. May you have a blessed one.